By God, they've done it again. After 3 excellent titles, SuperGiant Games have cooked up what is undoubtedly their masterpiece. You play as Zagreus, the bratty son of Hades, as he attempts to escape the underworld and meet up with his more attractive relatives on Mount Olympus.
Oh, hot. Want to touch the hiney?
Name's Artemis. I have a bleached asshole.
Hades is a roguelite, so when you inevitably die, you lose all your shit and are sent back to the beginning to eternally suffer your dad's snarky remarks.
Too bad, boy.
Mercifully, Hades allows you to rack up permanent upgrades per escape attempt with the Mirror of Night. So while your initial runs feel as fruitful as bashing your head repeatedly against a cement wall, cracks will eventually begin to form, and by level 30 you'll be spanking ass cheeks and taking names as you bum rush your way through the many layers of the Grecian afterlife. And it all shimmers with SuperGiant's signature style of striking hand-painted artwork, excellent writing, a killer soundtrack, and voice acting smoother than Kraft peanut butter. Every single line is delivered with finesse and style,
I have considered many possibilities, boy.
and the sheer volume of it rivals most visual novels and dating sims. The script is said to contain more recorded words than the Iliad and the Odyssey combined.
Well, it certainly looks like a lot of words.
These dynamic bits of exposition and story come between runs, sometimes even between encounters, and they're just as fun and engaging as the combat, which is a triumph because usually with dialogue I'm like,
When is your violin concert?
June 15th.
What's the day today?
June
This
11th.
Friday?
the relationships you forge with the many characters directly impact your potential builds, gain you special items, and open up backstory reveals and subplots like this good old-fashioned Greek threesome.
Can't you see we're off duty right now, Zagreus?
Well, that was...
We will never speak of this again.
Whether you're chilling in the house of Hades or in the middle of a run, the game is a good time. You're always having a good time. You begin your builds by selecting one of 6 infernal arms, and as you progress from room to room, you're awarded boons from various Olympians trying to help you escape. These boons can improve your attacks, your casting spells, and your passives to the point that even your weakest farts will incinerate enemies. And each Olympian provides their own flavor. Zeus offers lightning bolt damage, Dionysus inflicts hangover effects,
I think I'm gonna hurl.
Hermes makes you go fast. Ares can summon big red-bladed whirlwinds of violence and death. They're all very useful. There's also Daedalus Upgrades, which fundamentally alter your weapon's attacks. With 6 different weapons and an improvised build based on the offered boons, none of my 50-plus runs felt even remotely similar. Although success in combat does largely depend on skill, sometimes you'll accidentally stumble upon some stupidly overpowered builds. I'll never forget one of my earliest runs where I upgraded my exograph grenades to encompass an obscenely large amount of terrain, maxed out the damage, and then rampaged my way to Elysium, annihilating every room in one shot.
Now that's a lot of damage!
If I have one complaint about combat, it's that the action can get hard to follow with all the visual noise, especially in the claustrophobic Temple of Styx. I'd often die because I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Why you bullying me?
Aside from the colorful on-screen diarrhea, this is pretty much a flawless game, and to avoid that old IGN trope of praising the game to no end, only to give it a 9 out of 10, I'll actually provide a reason for not giving it a perfect score, and it just comes down to personal preference. I'm not that huge on roguelikes as a genre. I grew a little tired of Hades after beating it the first time and didn't really feel like slugging through the additional 9 to get the true ending. Don't get me wrong, I can't sing this game's praises enough, but for whatever reason, I didn't get as hooked as I had in games like Hitman, for instance, where I could easily sink 150 hours. Whereas after 30 hours with Hades, I felt I had my fill. Setting it up for the knee, and giving Hades an 8.7. For fans of roguelites, it's an easy 10 out of 10. And for everyone else, it's still an extremely fun and beautiful game. You'll certainly be simping over the artwork with the rest of the Hades community.
You're my best view.
If you're enjoying these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week with another review. See ya, and Happy New Year!